Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I could hear you.
Okay,
Let's give
awesome.
it. We're gonna give it a few more minutes to get everybody in here. Okay.
Sounds good. Yeah, don't worry.
Hey, what's up, Jacob? What's up, Jacob? Hello, Missy. Thank you for being here. Brenda, you know how to share it out, right?
Hmm?
You know how
Yes.
to share it out. Okay.
Yes,
And
I do.
Alex, was Alex gonna come through?
No, I don't think Alex will be here. They're in rehearsal right now.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, they're in rehearsal. Yeah, we're kind of busy with Christmas posadas, you know?
Yes, yes. Uh, hello, hello. R&M Promotions. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. Well, we can kind of get started a little bit here. Thank you for everybody joining. Sorry I couldn't get here sooner. Had to do a function with my family. But we're here now. Brenda, thank you for being here. I know
Sure.
that I know that you're a manager for Meadow Valle, correct?
I am. Yes.
All right, all right.
Um, yeah, you let me know and I can tell you a little bit about it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So just tell us a little bit. How did you link up with Meadow Valle? Let's get started there.
Sure. Can you see me though?
I cannot. No.
How about there?
Oh, there you go. There you go. I got it.
Yay! Well, me and Alex, which is the founder of Meadow Valle, has been, well, we have been friends for over 30 years or from high school. I was in mariachi in high school and he had his band called Promesa. And then he went to venture and do other things too within the grupero genre. And so we've known each other for a very long time. So here when Mero Valle, which is, I think it's going to be almost 2 years that the project started. They started that project, him and Jesse, and they're the founders of Grupo Mero Valle, and they're doing amazing. I came into the project about a year and some months ago. And the reason for that is because my son plays guitar. So they called me and we started talking about my son playing guitar for them. And then I have 20 years experience in business management. So they said, hey, how about you just, start helping us with the administration? And that's basically, how I got started. So it's been a fun ride, a lot to learn. I don't have a lot of experience in the music industry, but I did have some basis of administration and management. So that's why, I joined the project and we've been doing really good.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, so since the what is it, 2 years already that you've been with them?
I've been with them for a year and a few months. They
Okay,
started the
well,
project Meadow Valle, which is about, yeah, 2 years.
2 years.
They started, yeah.
Tell us a little
And
bit about the journey that you've gone through with them for these year and
well,
months.
we're all like family because we know each other from high school. Like most of us have known each other, and of course, my son is there. So it's a family environment. But I take care of the behind the scenes. They do the show. They're amazing, talented, and they've been doing really, really good. I'm really proud of the product that we've created together as a team, and their songs, as you know, you've had them here before. They've got that valley RGB sound, a little mixture of everything, that you can hear here in the valley, like cumbia tropical, little bit of tejano, but we're actually doing a lot right now. We have a lot of music in store, and that's what we're working on right now. So we're really excited.
Okay, great, great. And shout out to everybody that's showing up. Once again, Tejano Teas y Más.
Yes,
Uh,
hello everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Missy, R&M Promotions as well. Muchas gracias for being here. So besides that you do that for the band, what do you do for a living as well?
So I am a loan officer. I've been in real estate for about 5 years. Like I mentioned, I was in management, and I used to manage about 170 employees in the lending industry. So about 5 years ago, I made a switch and I decided to go into lending in the mortgage because of the flexible schedule. I'm a mom of three, and I wanted to really basically, just create a business for myself. So I'm a loan officer. That's what I do.
Okay. Okay,
Yes,
great, great. Este, and you also sing, right?
I do. Well, um, music has always been in me since I was very, very young. Um, when people ask me, I tell people all the time, like, music has been part of me since I remember. I remember when I was 3, 4 years old, singing and being the party or the center of the party, dancing, singing. And my parents would have all these parties, back in early 80s, with their songs, cello, mariachi, Yolanda del Rio, all these songs that became part of me. So growing up, as soon as I got into school, I went into mariachi. And I started doing gigs when I was like 9, 7 in Mexico mostly. And then when I came to the US, which it was like when I was 12, that's when I started really playing guitar, singing, and doing all these kinds of things that thankfully, which is one of the things that I was talking to a friend about, that here in the US, there's such a big advantage because schools support, young kids getting into music, and they give them a platform. School gives you a platform. You have mariachi, you have orchestra, you have band, all these things that help you develop. And if you have a talent, that's where and that's where you develop. And so that's what happened to me. Once I came from Mexico and joined here school, then I started going to, of course, mariachi right away. Like, that was a given. So I went into mariachi right away.
Awesome, awesome. Shout out to Linda that's here in the chat. She's one of the mods down here.
Hi,
Este,
Linda.
uh, real quick, I wanted to see your early influences to do the gospel stuff because a lot of people don't know that you did gospel. Who were your influences and why did you go into that?
Okay, so after I graduated and after I finished school, I was singing with mariachi. I was going all over the place, singing here in the valley mainly, not all over the place, but here in the valley. And I was singing. I was doing like a bunch of stuff, mariachi wise, and but then I got married when I was 19. I was super young, and I went straight into church music because I started going to church and all this stuff. So I was in church, and then when I got to church, well, I started leading worship, playing piano, a little bit of guitar, and that's what I did most. I know you've heard some of the stuff I've done in church, and so like I said, music it's huge for me. Eventually, I want to record a worship album because that's dear and near to my heart.
Okay, and can you tell me your influences as far as I guess allá in Mexico? Like who do you listen to, or so who did you listen to then and today?
Well, Mexico, like I said, growing up, my parents had a huge influence. My aunts, uncles, everybody around me had a huge influence on the music that I loved, which is, like I said, cello, Beatriz Adriana, Juan Gabriel, all of those that were big hits back in, early 80s. It was like, and then, Selena and, La Mafia and, coming here to the Valley, you just draw from all that, right? So that's my influence. That's my influence. That's where it comes from. And I love it. Nowadays, well, some of my favorite singers are obviously like Luis Miguel, these big vocally humongous people, but I love anything from, it could be cello one day, it can be Beatriz Adriana, and then the next day it's Adele. So, I just enjoy music, love music, and I am really looking forward to it, to what. But in the heart of it all, Jason, I'm more a composer and a writer than I am a singer.
Okay.
And the reason that I say that is because I've been a writer and I say writer, not composer, because I write things like that's my go-to. I always write. I'm always writing thoughts, things that come to mind, emotions, stuff like that. And so talking about, my influences right now, I can tell you that I admire, the biggest composers, because when you talk about music, you talk about the singers that bring that emotion in the song and they interpret it, right? And they sing it beautifully. But my interest is more in the who wrote the lyrics, who experienced this, like who went through this to put it in writing, and then, so that we can have the joy of listening to it, right?
Understood. Yeah.
So, yeah. So right now I can tell you that there's a lot of stuff that I've written that eventually, little by little, I want to get out.
Okay. And when you were doing the gospel stuff, how many albums or tracks did you drop?
I didn't really record professionally. See, that's the thing. My thing was more leading worship every Sunday,
Ah,
and
okay.
yeah, like leading worship every Sunday. My kids have been in the music also because when I was in church, I was pregnant. Like they were with me through the whole time, practicing, rehearsal, singing, writing, because I did some writing for church as well. And, they've been part of it. So I didn't really do anything. That's exactly why I've been collecting some of my favorite worship songs. And that's what eventually I want to do. I want to do a full worship album of songs that changed my life, that talk to me, that were instrumental to the woman I am today.
Okay. Te manda saludos Hilda Peña, that's in the chat.
Hi, Hilda. Thank you so much. Appreciate everything you're doing. Thank you for joining.
Let me ask you this, today, the song that
Mhm.
you have out, tell us a little bit more about it.
Okay, so the song that I have out is called Tu enemigo eres tú. And that song was born, I want to say about a year ago, when I started writing it. When I started writing the song, it was about a year ago. The song talks about, in simply terms, of a woman that is going through a relationship that is not healthy for her. And in the other side, the other person is consistently tormented by jealousy. So that song can go either way, right? Like all of us have been either on either side, right? So the song, when I write something and when I've written something, it comes from a place of healing because for some reason, Jason, I'm not the type that can write in the middle of the storm. I write after, like I write, yes, because sometimes I feel like if I write during the storm, I'm just throwing stuff out of, without purpose.
Right.
And my lyrics, and the ones that I've written have purpose. They have a purpose and they have a meaning to it. And I want them to bring some type of healing and closure to the people that are listening to.
Understood.
Which is what this song means. That's why at the end of the song it says "Ya no, hoy no," means it's done, it's over. And it was something that I wanted to keep in the lyrics of the music, because to me it was important to get that closure, to make sure that I close that circle and that, and it's not really specifically written for one person or one experience in particular. I think it's a collection of experiences.
Right. It just depends on what that person is going through at that moment.
That's
Or,
exactly right.
I
That's
understand.
exactly right. And I am very, very, very happy because the reason that I love music is because music speaks to the heart and has the potential of setting you in a place to where you can break out of something, and that's what I hope this song does. I hope this song brings people to a place where they break out of either a bad relationship, a bad cycle, because sometimes, let's be honest, sometimes we're the toxic ones, we're the ones that I always say we're all toxic. Is just different kind of toxic. Like we're all toxic in a certain type of way.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's the reason that I write. The reason that I write is because the message of the song, I am hoping that people take it and they do something with it internally, and that it results in something positive for them.
Okay. And shout out to Michela Promotions that's in the chat as well.
Hi, how are you guys doing? Shout out to Los Arcos Hermanos Peña that, they're out there too, promoting their
Absolutely.
stuff. We appreciate you guys so much.
Yes. Let me ask you this. So, if you're not going through something, or if you don't go through something, that means you don't write.
I'm always going through something.
Ugh, story of my life.
Right? I am always going through something. Like we're always going through something. Humans have this thing of evolving. Like we're always going through something, whether it's happiness, it can be happiness. Like it doesn't have to be bad. It can be happiness. It can be, the experience of raising a child, like for us women. It can be the experience of moving from one situation to another, So, no, I'm always writing. Somehow, somewhere, I'm always writing. I'm always writing. And sometimes it's just I write about the goodness of God and how good He has been to me,
Absolutely.
and that's it. So it's just a matter of what the situation calls for at the moment. At the moment, I'm going to focus on getting the songs that I know will speak to people's heart and that know will make a difference. And I was talking to somebody from Florida yesterday, and they were like, they're telling me how they love the song and how it's made a difference and how they feel like they could close this relationship that they've been on for a long time that was just toxic and going back and forth. And I was telling them, you know what? There is no royalties. There is nothing can pay what that means for me. At the end of the day, it's not about being famous. It's not about, making music just to make money or to none of that. At the end of the day is to make sure that I am depositing something into the universe that can create something positive for someone, you know, and that's what music is for. And that's what I want to use my music and my lyrics for.
Understood. Shout out to Vicky Promotions. That's also in the chat. I believe Fabian Peña. Shout out to him.
Hi, Fabian. Hi. So, when we were working on this song, which Federico Lobo Hernandez collaborated with me. So this is the story of the song. So I wrote the song, and my son plays guitar, and I've been telling him, Peter, put music to the song. I want you to put music to the song, right? And I'm here showing him the song, and I tell him the lyrics, and I tell him what it means. He's like, okay, I don't know, Mom. Like, what do you want it to be? Like, I don't know, And the funny thing is that talking to Lobo, which we were working on a different project, and I said, Lobo, I have this song, and for some reason I cannot get the melody to it. And he's like, oh yeah, what does it say? So I started, sharing it with him. He got the music, he added a verse or two, and he started working on it. And I'm like, oh my God. I said, you were the one. And we collaborated together, and we're really, really excited on the results of the song. And it's been really amazing. Just so far, it released on December 9th, but so far, the fact that, I've received calls and people are accepting it and loving it and just it's speaking to them, it just means the world.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. That's great. That's great feedback that you're getting from that.
Yes.
What is your goal for 2026 as far as your music stuff?
Well, like I said, I do want to work on a worship album. And I've been working on some of the songs that I've written and some songs that I absolutely love that are kind of old songs, but I want to work on that. But there's this collaboration that I'm doing, and we're releasing a song with Los Arcos Hermanos Peña that I'm very, very excited about. And the reason that I'm very excited about is because I love this one song we're doing, and it's gonna be conjunto, and they're gonna put their special spice to it, what they do with, accordion and all this stuff. So I'm excited, super, super excited. And I'm gonna be very soon recording with them here in the next few days.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. And do you have
Yes.
a rough idea when is that going to be released in 2026?
Well, we were thinking the end of January, but that's still up in the air. As soon as we know, we're going to start announcing it. But yeah, we're very, very excited. Mr. Jerry Peña, Fabian, JJ, everybody in the band, Adrian, OJ, they're so talented. I was there with them this weekend in Zapata, and oh my God, like their sound is so sharp, live, and love their songs, love what they're doing, love the impact they're having in our culture, in our music, and I'm super excited to collaborate with them. It's an honor.
Absolutely. Shout out to DJ Tu Amigo Pete. That's in the chat. ¿Cómo estás, brother?
Hello.
Any possible Arcos and Mero Valle collab?
We've been talking about it too. Yeah, definitely. It's kind of, imagine the sound of Grupo Mero Valle with them. Yeah, we'll work on it somehow.
Somehow, yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but yeah, it's not off. It's there's been talks already.
Okay, great, great. Now at this part of the interview, I want to ask you a few questions, and you tell me. It's kind of like a this or that,
Mm-hmm.
and you decide. You can say both. That's
Okay.
not a problem.
Okay.
My first question: Joan Sebastian or Juan Gabriel?
Juan Gabriel.
Okay. Let's go with La Mafia or Mas.
La Mafia all the way.
The other way.
Yeah. La Mafia is
Well, I know Metal
they
Valle
were
did
my high
did a
school
cover.
songs. They were my yes. Yeah, they were my high school songs. So, yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So let's do a little bit of norteño. Intocable or Duelo?
Definitely I think Intocable, yeah.
Sólido or Duelo?
Duelo.
Los Invasores de Nuevo León or Poder del Norte?
El Poder del Norte. Well, it's hard to decide, but that one's a hard one. That one's a hard one because I grew up with Los Invasores.
Yeah, I understand.
Right. So, and my memories from childhood is that my tios used to get drunk to all these songs. You know, it was like the weekend, it was that. But I don't know. I think El Poder del Norte, I like their sound. I like we actually Mero Valle opened for them
Oh, in
a few
Western
months
Florida?
ago. Ah, yes. Yes. And El Poder del Norte was amazing.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right, Aaron. That yeah, Poder del Norte all the way. Yeah, you're absolutely right. All right,
Yeah.
now let's see what you eat: fajitas or barbacoa.
Mm, both.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
tacos or hamburger.
Oh, tacos.
Tacos.
That's
Okay.
not hard. Yes.
Okay. El Mero Valle or los Arcos or los Peña, Arcos Peña.
Oh my God, you can do that. Both of them.
There you go. You see, there you go. You pick both. Awesome, awesome.
Both of them. They're both amazing. Amazing, amazing. Amazing bands.
Shout
And
out
I,
to
you know, I love, love, love to watch people. I'm very observant, but I love to watch what people do on stage. And you know, I'm an artist at heart, but at the same time, I draw so much from people's performance, and I'm very observant, and I'm only always looking. And I love, you know, I'm a number one fan for Mero Valle, of course, and number one fan for Los Arcos Hermanos Peña too. They're both amazing bands. If they collab together, I'm gonna tell you something, it's gonna be a hit. It's gonna be super good
yeah.
because you know there's something about our culture that you know lo tropical con you know, for example, Los Arcos, they have charangueando,
Yeah.
right?
Fire.
And so whenever I've suggested something, I'm like, a cumbia, let's do a cumbia, you know. And Mero Valle is it's very good at also cumbia, you know. Although at the same time, it wouldn't be bad that they do a little bit of conjunto too. So I don't know, you know, but no, both of them are amazing.
Okay. My last one: loyalty or respect.
I've heard you ask this question, and I can't decide. I think it's both.
That's fine. Yeah, it's whatever you think. Okay.
Yeah, I think respect comes from how you feel about that person, you know. No, let me take that back. Respect comes I think both of them are part of your character.
Correct.
Like that's who you are. When I used to hire people, I used to tell them that. I used to say, I can teach you the ability, but I cannot teach you character. And character is respect, loyalty, you know, just giving yourself to what you do and with passion and drive. And those things cannot be taught. They're part of your human being. Like that's who you are to the core. So
Right.
it's very hard for you to sit down and teach or train someone to be loyal.
Right. Right.
How do you teach that?
Understood. Understood. Yeah.
So I think both are very important and both are part of your character.
Yeah. I think as human beings, we should respect each other already right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
loyalty just comes later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
I agree.
Let me ask you this. I believe you're having some kind of event in May.
Well, we are trying, we're still in the works, but we want to do something in the lines of celebrating our culture for Cinco de Mayo.
Okay.
And what we want to do is bring conjunto, tejano, cumbia, and all those things together. We want to bring these bands, obviously Los Arcos, Mero Valle, and get other bands involved to get this concert going for May. And we're really excited about it, and we're in talks. We're still trying to get it together.
Cool, cool. And
But I will definitely let you know, and hopefully you guys can promote it and be part of it because yeah, what we want is the younger generations to embrace our culture and keep embracing our culture.
Absolutely, yes, I agree. I agree. And yes, you just let me know what you need from me. You can always come to the show and promote it. No problem.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And tell everybody here where they can get the new song.
Well, it's in all digital platforms. It's on YouTube. Music video is gonna be released sometime next month, late next month, and also you can find me in all my platforms, Brenda Blanco Oficial. And I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope it brings, like I said, something good. And whatever I'm putting out there, that's the purpose of it, that people receive the words and it does something good for them. I love lyrics, and when I listen to a song, it's, I always tell the guys in Mero Valle, I always say that music is one thing, but once you listen to the lyrics and once like not too long ago, we met Miguel Luna, who's written for Karin Leon, Yuridia, right?
Yes.
And one of the things that he shared was that, you don't write because something came to mind. You force yourself to write. Like you sit down and you get a paper and you say, okay, what can I write? And he's got one of my ultimate favorite songs, which is called No Soy el Aire. And when you listen to the song and it's like Luis Miguel type of style, you fall in love with the lyrics. And that's what I hope that people do, that they fall in love with the lyrics, that the lyrics mean something, that the lyrics bring something to them, something positive, so that, they can do something with it, something positive. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put my music out there that, the stuff I've written and maybe some stuff that I haven't written, but it means a lot to me. So that's what I'll be doing.
Okay, great. Now, one more question. Would you do something Tejano?
Yes, of course. Tejano. The style that I like a lot and that I want to do a lot more, I want a mixture of the cultures. I want to make sure of the mariachi, the tejano, the accordion. I want to hear that in the songs. In this song that Tu enemigo eres tú, we did some mariachi. You can hear like a bolero type of mariachi, and then you can hear a little bit of trap in the song too.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely. I would do tejano, cumbia. I love music. I love all genres.
I got
Yeah.
you. I got you. And who would you want to collab with in Tejano if you had a choice?
Pues, I don't know. David Olivares, maybe?
There you go. Okay. Yeah, I got his number actually.
I do too. I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
should
I do
be
too.
here on the show in 2026. So
Yes. That's really good. That's really good. I talked to him a few months ago, actually, but I, his Jay Perez. I saw Jay Perez live not too long ago. He still has those strong pipes, like whoa,
yeah,
you know. So yeah, porque todo lo que yo tengo. That's one of my favorite songs.
yeah. I understood.
So yeah, I would love to. Yeah, of course, collab.
Of course.
But meanwhile, the music that I want to put out is gonna be out there, and the reason for it, like I told you, my purpose is just to put it out in the universe, and hopefully someone receives it and loves it, and it makes a difference in their life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So any last shout outs you want to do before we end the live?
No, well, I see Fabian here from Los Arcos. I see Michela Promotions. I don't know if anybody has any questions. They want to thank you so much for all your support. I love music, and I love everybody. I love sharing music and in any form, because sometimes it's just participating with Mero Valle, and then sometimes it's doing my own stuff, and
Yeah. Where do you find the time for that?
that's and then Mama 3.
Oof. Yeah. And then your job.
And then my Alondra, she's right there in the comments.
Yeah.
Hi, mi
Absolutely.
amor. Yeah, she's an amazing singer. My daughter, amazing singer. Amazing singer. Yeah.
Has she recorded anything?
She hasn't, but we want to get her into the recording studio soon.
Okay.
She's an amazing
Question.
singer. It's
Fabian
a
asked, "Who is your favorite child?" Damn, I'm staying out of that.
who's my favorite child? I don't have a favorite child. What are you talking about? I don't have a favorite child. No, my children all the three of them are very different, very special, very musically talented, and all of my kids have written songs except for the 10-year-old, which she has probably written something I'm not really aware of. But my son is creating music. Alondra is creating music, and both of them. Alondra's my oldest, 19, and then 17, Peter, and then my 10-year-old. But they're all there's 100 instruments in this house. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
understood. Understood. I don't
yeah.
see any other questions in the chat. Anybody else have a question for Brenda here?
Maybe wanted to get me in trouble.
That's a possibility. That is a very good possibility.
Right? Yes. No. My children are always saying that. Oh, so and so is your favorite. So and so is your favorite. But no, I don't think moms have favorites. I think some kids make your life easier than other ones.
There you
But I don't think we have favorites.
go. Okay. All right.
I
I
know
don't see any other.
Miss Sandy Peña was around here. She has a few. Maybe she can tell us if we have favorites. No, but we don't.
No, I don't think so. Not even dads.
I don't think so. I don't think so. You love them so much. They have no clue how much you love them, and
Right. Understood.
until they have their own.
Okay. Yeah. and then the grandma and grandpa they focus on the grandkids.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Fabian says, that's easy, Brenda. I'm her favorite. She will even tell you. Yeah, I'm
Saludito, saludos
pretty.
to all your favorite kids.
You see? I tell you. Thank you, Miss Sandy, for saving me.
All right, Brenda. Well, thank you for being here on such a short notice. I had some rescheduling already happening, and I'm glad that you said yes. And anything you need from me, and
You.
let me know.
I always appreciate your support and you staying in touch and everything you guys do for music, the people you bring on. Um, we are a huge fans of music, and what you guys do really does make a difference.
Yeah. And me saludas a Alex. I always catch his shows también. I always love his interviews. They're great.
Yes, you need to come to the podcast soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Just let me know. Tell Alex to give me a call or however y'all want to do it. And
Yeah, yeah,
I'll
for
definitely
sure, for
go with it.
sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
And shout out to R&M Promotions for doing this. También Missy,
Thank you.
uh, Hilda Peña, Michela, Fabian, tu amigo Pete, everybody that joined in such a short notice. Muchas gracias for being here. And we will have a live tomorrow we're going to continue the 12 Days of Legends. So y'all stay tuned and we'll put out a flyer soon, guys. Muchas gracias, Brenda.
Thank
And have
you.
a good night, okay?
Saludos and thank you everybody for joining.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.